Brothers and sisters, I welcome you to our discussion on the theme Understanding Prophecy. Today we are looking into the book of Revelation chapter 14 on verse 9, 10 and 11. Book of Revelation chapter 14 on verse 9, verse 10 and verse 11. We need to answer the question, what is the beast? What is the beast? I will read with you. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark on his forehead or on his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture in the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. May God bless the reading of His word. Now, this is the warning from God Himself, from the Church of God. It says, if you worship the devil, if you worship the image of the beast, or if you receive the mark of the beast in your forehead or in your right hand, then there is a punishment for you. And the question is, what is the mark of the beast? Number one. Number two, what is the image of the beast? Number three, what is or who is the beast? So in order for us to answer these three questions, today we are going to answer the first question, what is the beast? So that when we know the beast, then we have to find out the mark of it and the image of it. So first of all, in order for you to know the image of someone, you must you must know the real person. So you can't run, you can't rush to explore about the image before you know the real thing. So today we cannot talk about the mark of the beast. You can just ignore that part. Also ignore the part of the image of the beast. Let's focus on the beast itself. Who is the beast? What is the beast? Let me take you in the book of Revelation chapter 13. I want us to read on verse 1, verse 2, and verse 3. Then we will answer the question, who is the beast? Yes, I will take you also to the book of Daniel chapter 7. I will read chapter 13 of Revelation on verse 1 and verse 2. It says, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having the 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of the lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. On verse 3, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So this is the picture in the book of Revelation when John saw the beast having 7 heads upon 7 heads and 10 crowns upon the heads, upon the 7 heads, having also the name of the blasphemy. And the whole body of the beast, it was like unto a leopard, and the feet of the lamb of the beast, it was like a bear, and the mouth, as I was saying, it was like a lion. So brothers and sisters, as you know that the book of Revelation and the book of Daniel, they use symbols, and these symbols, they represent something. We are not talking about the unreal thing here. We are talking about the real. In the book, let's come back to the book of Revelation chapter 13, as we discovered that this beast is said to rise up out of the sea. The question is, what is the beast and who is the beast? Don't forget that. Now, I would like us to go in the book of Daniel chapter 7. I think we will have the definition or the meaning of the word beast in prophecy. What does that mean? Who is the beast? What is the beast? I will read with you in chapter 7 of Daniel. Now, in chapter 7 of Daniel and Revelation, they have a strong relationship. So, in order for us to understand more in the book of Revelation, we must also understand the book of Daniel. So may God bless you as we are going to learn more in these two books. In Daniel chapter 7, I want us to read on verse 2. On verse 2 it says, Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. Now, Daniel, when he was in dream, when he was in the vision, he saw that the four beasts coming out of the sea. Now, who is the beast? What is the beast? If you read also in the book of Daniel chapter 7, verse 23, I just want us to check on verse 23. It says, Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. Now the Bible here is telling, in fact, God is interpreting the dream which Daniel saw. And he said to him, you saw four beasts out of the sea. Now, understand this. These beasts are the kingdoms to rise. The kingdoms to rise. In actual fact, we have four kingdoms from the time of Daniel to the time that we are living today. God said, the fourth kingdom, the fourth beast that you saw is the fourth kingdom. In actual fact, the beast is not a person. The beast is not a small group of people. The group is a kingdom. So when Daniel said, I saw a beast, in actual fact, if you substitute the word beast, you can put, or you can replace it with the name kingdom. So Daniel saw the beast. Daniel saw the kingdom. If someone asks you, what is the beast in Daniel or in Revelation, the simple answer is, the beast is the kingdom. So, in Daniel chapter 7, on verse 23, it says, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down, and break it in pieces. Verse 24, it says, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall rise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. And that's verse 25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall weigh out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. Now in the book of Daniel chapter 7 from verse 23, God is describing the kingdom which were supposed to rise, and that kingdom is said to be different or to be diverse from all the kingdoms that existed before it became into existence. So I just want to, for the sake of interest, the lion was the first kingdom which Daniel saw. If you read from verse 3 downwards of Daniel chapter 7, so Daniel saw lion, and in the interpretation of the dream, lion represented the the kingdom of Babylon. As I was saying, the kingdom or the beast is not a person. The beast is a kingdom. So in actual fact, when Daniel saw lion, he saw the kingdom. Which kingdom? He saw the Babylonian kingdom. He didn't see Nebuchadnezzar. He saw the Babylonian kingdom, which means he saw Babylon and all the kings in it. He saw Babylon as the lion. And in the past, the ancient Babylon, they used the lion as their symbol. Just like in Zimbabwe, they used that Zimbabwean bird as their symbol. So Zimbabwe is a kingdom. Zimbabwe is a beast. But it is not included in this prophecy. It came after the lion, which is the Babylonian kingdom, and it came after the bear, which is the Medo-Persian kingdom, and it came after the leopard, which is the Grecian kingdom. The Greece was led by Alexander the Great. Also, this beast, it represented the pagan Rome, being led by the Caesars. So the beast with the mark. Since we have understood that the beast represents the kingdom, and in the book of Revelation, chapter 14, it says, if a man worship the beast, the image of the beast, or if this man received the mark of the beast. So there is a kingdom with a mark. There is this beast which has the mark. There is this kingdom which have the mark. And we need to know, what is this kingdom? Who is this kingdom? Where can we find this kingdom with the mark? Because the Bible is saying, don't receive the mark of this kingdom. Don't receive the mark of this kingdom. To understand the mark of the beast, first understand the mark of God. I will repeat this. In order for you to understand the mark of the beast, we also will, in our next lesson, we are going to learn more about the mark of God. And you can even tell yourself if you have the mark of God or if you have the mark of the beast. Now, what is the beast with the mark? Since we have discovered that the beast is only the kingdom, and we have discovered that the lion represents Babylon, and the bear represents the Medo-Persia, the leopard represents the Greece, fourth beast represents the Rome. In the book, in Revelation chapter 13, verse 1 to 12, I want us to notice these things. Number one, this beast is said to come out from the sea. Number one. Number two, it had 7 heads. Number 3, it had 10 horns and 10 crowns. Number 4, it had the names of blasphemy, right? Number 5, this beast was like a leopard. Number 6, this beast he had the feet like a bear. Number 7, this beast, his mouth or its mouth was like a lion. Beast, you've got all the characteristics of the kingdoms that came before it. So this kingdom, it carries everything from the pagan worship in Babylon, because Babylon was known also by its system of worship, whereby the king commanded also in the issues of worship. Also this kingdom, this fourth beast, this beast which is being described in the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 1 to 12, it has also the characters like in the time of Babylon, like in the time of Medo-Persia, like in the time of Greece, like in the time also of Rome. Now, the other thing also is to understand when the Bible is saying the beast was coming out of the sea. What is the sea? If you read in the book of Revelation chapter 17, I want us to read on verse 15. What is the sea? Since we have discovered that the beast is the kingdom, but the beast is said to come out of the sea. So what is the sea? I'll read with you chapter 17 of Revelation on verse 15. It says, And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the was seated, are the peoples and the multitudes and the nations and tongues. So the sea represents the multitude, the sea represents the nations, the sea represents the tongues, the sea represents all the people. So this beast came out of the people, came out of the nation, came out of the great multitude. That's the meaning of seeing the beast coming out of the sea. So we are saying this kingdom, it came directly from the great multitude, or from the today. But in the past they were 10 and they were reduced to 7. Why they were reduced to 7? Because the little one was against the 3. The Herodes, the Vandals, and Ostrogoths. So they were plucked out and they never existed at all. Now these 7 ones, they were in harmony with this little one. That's why they exist even up today. So what are we saying here? We are saying the 7 ones is the same kingdom. Is the same kingdom. And this kingdom is also in harmony with the little one, which is also a kingdom. Asks you the meaning of the word beast. I think so far we have the answer. The answer is the beast is the kingdom. And number 2, who is the beast with the mark? The beast with the mark is the Papal Rome, the kingdom which existed after so many kingdoms like Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, Rome, and we are still living in the days in the reigns of Rome, and up to now we are still living in the papal system, even though the head is said to be wounded to death. I think we will see, or we will look into those issues. May God help us as we are going to explore more about the image of the beast, the mark of the beast, and the beast itself.